Hello students, welcome on my YouTube channel Physics by Pradeep Kumar. Today in this video we will discuss the relation among the potential electromotive force of a cell and terminal potential difference and also with the electric resistance of the external circuits. Okay, so see the carefully video to understand this relation between these three quantities, which is nothing but the electromotive force E and internal resistance small r and the terminal potential difference V and also in terms of external resistance R. Okay, so this result will be very important to discuss the applications of the cells in daily life, and we can find out the internal resistance of a cell by the help of this relation and electromotive force. So this relation also will be important because in your practicals there are approximately true practicals in your syllabus based on this topic. Okay, so see the video very carefully. Okay, I will try to understand you very carefully. Okay, so as it possible. So first of all we write here the heading of this of today's topic, relation among the electromotive force, comma, internal resistance and terminal potential difference of a cell. Most important. Okay, so first of all I consider a cell whose electrical diagram is like this. Okay, and the internal resistance of this cell is small r and the EMF is E, which is directed from negative potential to higher potential. As you know, this is higher potential and this is lower potential, and closed in a box, dotted box. Okay, which is so everything is okay. And now we will connect here an external load resistance, which may be a bulb or anything device. Okay, this is, suppose the external resistance of this wire is capital R. Okay, and suppose this cell is charged. Suppose this cell is charged, then when we connect this cell to the external resistance, then it will be discharged. Okay, so during discharging, here we will discuss the topic in case of the discharging of the cell. During discharging of the cell. When the cell is discharging, then this cell gives rise a current to flow in the external resistance. Suppose this current is I. If cell is discharged completely, and then we will charge this cell if it is secondary cell. For charging this cell, we will connect another source which can charge this cell. In that case, we will connect the higher potential of that source and lower potential to that source of lower potential, and in that case that battery or source will give rise a current to charge this cell. Okay, so remember this, if this cell is discharging, then the direction of current will be like this, and if the cell is charging, then the current will be in this direction. That means just opposite. That is, the direction will be just opposite in the case of the charging of a cell. Remember this point. Since in the case of the circuits, we will use always a cell in the form of to flow the current in the circuit. That is, the cell will be discharging during discharge. Okay, so suppose the terminal potential difference across this external circuit is capital V, and you can connect here a voltmeter also, but suppose it's V. Okay, and now you know very well the definition of the electromotive force is nothing but the net work done in bringing a unit positive charge in the overall circuit with cell. Okay, so first of all we consider something about this. Let us consider a electrochemical cell of internal resistance small r and electromotive force E or epsilon. Okay, clear now? When we connect this cell to an external resistance capital R, then the current flowing in the circuit is small I. Then if the amount of charge flowing in the circuit is small q in time t, then according to the definition of electromotive force, electromotive force equals to W net divided by Q. Okay, this is equation number first. And using the conservation of energy, we can write here W net is nothing but the sum of the work done to bring this charge Q, to bring in this charge Q in the external circuit as well as in the internal circuit. That means external plus W internal. Okay, if you want to calculate the form of the W net, for this we have to calculate the value of the W external, that means work done in bringing the charge Q in time t in the external resistance R and in the internal resistance R. Okay, so first of all we will calculate W external and then we will calculate W internal. Okay, so we write here this equation is second. Using the definition of the potential difference, and we can write here, since we know that W external is nothing but the product of the charge Q into V, because this charge Q is flowing in this resistance R at constant potential V. So we can write this formula. Okay, so this is equation number third. Now if the potential drop across the internal resistance small r is Vd. Here we say this potential drop, because this energy loss or potential drop, is useless, not useful for me, because this resistance R decrease the amount of the energy which gives the electrochemical cell in terms of electrical energy to flow the electric charges in this external resistance. Okay, so here some values of the energy dropped up across this in the form of potential drop. So here we say that potential drop, because this is for me a useless form. Okay, not beneficial for me. Okay, so if the electrolyte of the cell satisfies the Ohm's law. This is very important point here. Ohm's law. Generally, electrolytes does not follow the Ohm's law. Do not follow Ohm's law. But here to derive the article, basically at the 12th class level, here we considered that the electrolyte of the electrochemical cell satisfies the Ohm's law. Then we can write here Vd equals to I into R. Okay, everything is okay. Now, but you know very well that since W internal is equal to Q into V drop, okay, but here the Q is nothing but is Q also. We can write here Q equals to IT also, but here we use only Q because here we have requirement of Q. So after putting the value of VD, this is IR. Now putting the value of W external and W internal in equation second, then we get W net equals to what is QV plus Q into IR, which is nothing but W and net divided by Q equals to V plus IR. Okay, so from equation first we can write here equals to or epsilon V plus IR. Okay, this is the required expression or relation between the electromotive force E, in terminal potential difference V, and the internal resistance small r of the cell. But this formula valid only for the discharging of the cell. If the cell is under charging, then the current will be towards the higher potential of the cell. Then in this formula we will replace I by small minus I. Okay, because the direction of the electric current will be just opposite. Okay, so this is which is the required expression or relation among the electromotive force, internal resistance and terminal potential difference of a cell during discharging. Remember this point also. Okay, do not forget this point. Now we will find out the another forms of this expression. So first of all we considered here some special cases, which is nothing but which is very, very interesting. Okay, so now next thing in this article is nothing but the electric current. Electric current flowing in the circuit. Okay, since equals to V plus IR implies that E equals to V is the terminal potential difference. So we can write this potential difference in the form of external resistance using the Ohm's law, which is nothing but I capital R plus small ir. Okay, so it is very interesting. Now see, we can take common I from these two terms, then we get R small r. Implies that electric current flowing in the external resistance R will be epsilon or E divided by R plus R. Okay, which is nothing but, remember this formula because it is very important for numericals. Okay, we can write this in another form which is very useful, EMF of the cell. So we write here total EMF, we replace this by total EMF, in short electromotive force of the cell. Okay, so okay, so now, and second thing is nothing but both resistance small r and capital R are in series, so this will be the total resistance of the circuit. So this formula will be very useful. Okay, remember these points also. Okay, and second thing now is nothing but the internal resistance of the cell in terms of the EV and R. Now second thing is internal resistance of the cell in terms of E, V and capital R. Okay, now for this we used again this formula, since E equals to V plus I R. Now we want to calculate small r in terms of EV and capital R. Okay, so first of all we find out here the value of I in terms of capital R. First of all we will write this in another form. So we can write this like this, E by V equals to 1 plus I R by capital V. Okay, clear na? Chaliye, okay, come. So we can write this also like this, I R divided by capital V equals to, sorry, now this is nothing but E by V minus 1. Okay, so using Ohm's law here, I R divided by small I and capital R, this is E by V minus 1, implies that small r is equal to capital R E by V minus 1. This formula is very important in case of practicals to determine the internal resistances of the cell. Okay, remember this formula also, but in case of numericals we will use only this formula. Okay, and these all types of formulas valid only for the case of discharging of the cell. Remember this point also. So after this we define some special cases. We define some special cases of the cell, and this first special case is nothing but case first, which is very interesting. And the next topics based on these conclusions, special cases. Special cases. This is case first, which is nothing but the case first is when cell is discharging. When cell is discharging, then E will be equals to EV plus IR. That is, the electromotive force is always greater than the terminal potential difference across the external resistance in case of the discharging. Okay, remember this point. And this difference is nothing but the potential drop across the internal resistance of the cell. Directly we have no any method to calculate the electromotive force of the cell, because if you find out the electromotive force of a cell, then you have a device to calculate it, potentiometer or potentiometer mean voltmeter. If you connect the terminals of the voltmeter to the terminals of a cell, then the internal resistance will be included in this case. Then the measured value by the voltmeter will be the terminal potential difference of the cell. Okay, so remember, so by the help of voltmeter directly we can calculate only on terminal potential difference, not electromotive force, which is a very important puzzle of this thing in physics. Okay, so we will also find out the solution of this and you will see. Okay, in next cases. Okay, so and second thing is, when cell is charging, then the direction of current will be in this direction, that is just opposite than charging. Then we replace I by minus I. Okay, then E will be equals to V minus I R, implies that E will be less than terminal potential difference. Due to this difference, this cell will be charged by the another cell. Suppose you have another battery which have 10 volt terminal potential difference, and this cell whose electromotive force is nothing but the 5 volt. Then if you connect that battery to this cell, then this cell will be charged until when the potential differences of the both cell and battery becomes same. Okay, so now remember this point. Now next point is nothing but very interesting. So case third is, when the circuit of cell is open. That means I equals to 0. In open circuit, current will not flow. That is, I equals to 0 implies that E equals to V. That is, in that case, the electromotive force of the cell will be equal to the terminal potential difference. But when I is 0, then you can calculate the terminal potential difference. This is mathematical relation. But if you want to calculate, find out the electromotive force of the cell, this relation is very, very important. So we will make such a condition in which this condition is satisfied. Then in that case, the potential difference will be equal to the electromotive force. So in next topics, we will try to make such a system in which the current is 0. Okay, so then the potential difference will be equal to the electromotive force. Remember a point also here, that the electromotive force cannot be measured by any instrument. Okay, only you can measure directly the potential difference across any circuit or across any cell. Okay, remember this point. And next point is nothing but, if the cell is short circuited, then what happens next? If the circuit is short circuited means the resistance of the circuit, external resistance of the circuit is 0. Case third, and 4. If circuit is short circuit means, suppose this is external resistance and this is a cell internal resistance. Okay, and short circuit means you provide such a path in which the resistance of the circuit is 0, like this, connecting by a conducting wire. Then the overall current will flow along this wire, because here the resistance of this path along this path is 0, but here something is resistance, so all the currents will be flow in this along this path. So this thing is known as in electrical circuit is short circuit. So in that case R will be 0. That is implies that V will be equals to 0. So implies that in that case E equals to I into R. Okay, E equals to I into R. Okay, in that case the current flowing in the circuit will be maximum. In that case I will be maximum. Remember this point, because A is fixed, R is fixed, so I will be increased. When V decreased, then current will be increased. Okay, so remember this point, I will be maximum in that case, because R decreased, so current will be increased. Okay, remember this point also, which is very, very interesting, and it is also the conclusion of the cells. We will discuss in the next topics, which is nothing but the combinations of the cell, that is a battery. So in next topics we will discuss about the batteries or combination of the cells. Okay, and we will find out in that case is in which combination the current give rise the cells is maximum. So, and you know very well, and you will see in your homes some cells are connected in series, for example in radios or torch lights, but in some cases you see in the watch the cells are connected in the parallel combination. So why we connect some cells in the series combination and some cells in the parallel combination? I will try to get the answers of these questions in next section. Okay, thank you for watching this video.